And blessed to be a part of your day. Kevin Miller here, first day of Miller's Mission, where we are asking you to give a turkey, not be a turkey, because gosh knows I resemble that remark. Taking your phone calls as well about tax reform and the issues that matter to you. Before we get to our great friend, the Reverend Bill Roscoe, we do want to remind you today's KMLE's Christmas cash code word is BUCKS. That's right, BUCKS. Your chance to win up to $5,000. Go to KIDOTalkRadio.com and log in, type in the word BUCKS, and you could win up to $5,000. Did I say 500 or 5,000? Thank you. $5,000. Thank you. Yes, got to make sure of that. By the way, listen today at 3:05 for your next KMLE's Christmas Cash Code Word, powered by EGT Solar, the Treasure Valley's Solar Authority. Big John joins us now, along with the Reverend Bill. Big John, good to have you with us.
Hello, Kevin. Nice to be here.
Thank you for donating. Really appreciate it. You show up each and every year to give a turkey, don't be a turkey. Why do you do that, sir? Please share that with us.
Well, it's a very good cause. We need to help the less fortunate. That's really important in life.
Indeed. So anything else you want to share? You're a man of few words. Usually when you call in, you have a lot to say.
Well, I actually hadn't expected to be on the air, but
neither did I, really. It happens every day. Usually I expect them to say, okay, you've had a great run, turkey boy, now hit the road.
Your mother always thought you'd be on the air, Kevin.
Yes, well.
God bless her.
God bless her. When she wins the big money, she can buy the radio station, then I'll have a job for life. But until then, I've just always expected to, as John says, never be, not to be on the air. Anything else you'd like to share with us, sir?
Well, it's a nice morning, sun
yes,
shining.
That's what they call tune-out. Okay. Thank you. By the way, while we have so many people here, how about a big round of applause? Are we going to collect some turkeys? All right, we'll have to work on that, but appreciate this. Reverend Bill, your thoughts as we get ready for another holiday season, a Christmas season, a Thanksgiving season with the Boise Rescue Mission.
Well, Kevin, it's a great day in Nampa, Idaho, in the Treasure Valley today. It's a great day, a great morning to be with you on the air and to have all these friends here and have all the folks like Big John coming by and donating turkeys and food and cash, all that we need to help people in the valley through the holiday season and beyond. I was just thrilled to hear Jessica Kaufman on the radio this morning again, and she's been on, I think, 3 years now, and what a beautiful story that is about her and her 2 kids and how they came to the mission really hurting, really broken, really desperate, and we were able to help them out. And we can only do that because people give to us so that we do that.
Well, and that's really what it comes in when we're talking about these tax-deductible cash, turkey, goods, services, closed donations, because you don't do this without any federal assistance.
That's right. We don't take any government money at all, never have, never will. And when you look at the scope of our ministry, when you see the programs that we offer to people, and Kevin, you've been around a long time now with us, and you were associated with missions in other places when you were in other places. The fact of the matter is that we have a program so that anyone who is homeless for any reason, almost any reason whatsoever, in fact, I'll just say it, if you're homeless, if you know homeless people who are homeless for any reason, send them to the rescue mission, because if we don't have something in our house that we can help them to recover from homelessness through, then we know the people in this community who do and can and will. And we connect people all the time to other agencies. A lot of the people we serve are with us, staying with us, and going through some of our program at the same time while they're involved with other agencies in the Valley. Great collaboration here, a great partnership here with a lot of different agencies. We can help anyone get out of homelessness.
Well, and this is the story I believe that you told us on November 1st, was that you had a woman who was in the hospital. Maybe it was Jean Lockhart that told me this story.
Yeah.
That was just got out of the hospital, taxi driver, she's in her hospital garments, drops her off at City Light all by herself. And, you're talking about the sick, you're talking about people with no money, and, all of a sudden, there you are after going through some type of traumatic medical procedure.
Yeah, that's a very sad story, obviously, and unfortunately that does happen from time to time. But whether you're dropped off by the hospital or you're dropped off by your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your mom or your grandmom, we get people dropped off all the time who are in very desperate situations. Now, she of course, is in an especially desperate situation and a very, very sad story. But the fact is that the minute she showed up at our place, all of a sudden things started to change for the better. And she's okay. You know, she's going to be okay as far as where she's going to stay, where she's going to get her meals, have people paying attention to her and her needs. She's okay now because she is with us. And it's only because the people of this valley support us and give and volunteer that we're there, the lights are on, the doors are open, and we can help people.
Right, and obviously food is a big part. You know, we're part of the Hope Starts with a Meal program, the Turkey Bucks. You can go to any Walmart, and for $15, you can purchase a meal. We're talking turkey breasts, stuffing, boxed desserts for folks here in the Treasure Valley. We want to thank Walmart, certainly our friends at KTSY Radio, the Boise Rescue Mission, for being a part of this. This is amazing. We've got some big holiday feasts coming up. Personally for us, thank you Team Mazda Subaru, Camping World, and the Boise Rescue Mission for allowing us to be a part of it. But some big holiday meals coming up, and some people that, you know, they like to be fed, and we'd like to feed them. You'd like to feed them.
I'd love to feed them, and I'd love to have you there with me eating pie, Kevin. So this Saturday, we'll be at the College Church of the Nazarene in Nampa down at 16th and Dewey, and we'd love to invite people to come by and have a look-see. Anybody's hungry, come on down, get a meal, and we'll have a great turkey meal going on there, and we'll have live entertainment with our good friend Dave Ferdinand, and you and I entertaining people on the side, the little sideshow that we do. It'll be a great time, and people are going to be really, really blessed. They're going to go home with a turkey and a box of food.
And that's
and feed
Saturday.
Their family. That's Saturday.
I'll be here.
I'll be here with you. Then we'll go over there.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yes, and then on Wednesday in Boise.
Wednesday in Boise.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Isn't that amazing how fast it's gone?
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I was reading something from school from my granddaughter this morning, and I'm looking at the date on it, and I said, that can't be right. Yes, it is.
It is. It is amazing.
Time flies when you're having fun with Kevin Miller.
More coming up with our great friend, Reverend Bill. I guess we'll have to cajole Larry Gebert. He's a little shy.
Larry's a shy guy.
You know, that's the beauty of this when we think about this is, you know, Larry always comes out and does so much for the community. He is truly a gem, a treasure here in the Treasure Valley. I've never seen he at a station like KTVB give so much. And look, a lot of people give, but they truly are the standard here of giving and sharing. For me, my favorite thing is Seven Cares Day. When these guys come out, they all, you know, work, and it's not like the Angry Turkey, which they're calling me that already, which is usually me on, you know, Friday or Saturday here. But they give and they're happy, and you know, props to Channel 7 for doing this. They don't have to, and they do so willingly. So.
That's true. Doug Armstrong and the whole crew over there are just really, really community-minded, community-concerned people, and it's been that way forever, I suppose. I've been here 15 years now, and I've seen it every year, year after year, the excellent community support that Channel 7 News team and the whole crew down there gives. And, of course, at our Thanksgiving banquet, day before Thanksgiving at Cathedral of the Rockies in Boise, we're going to have Mark Johnson on guitar, so that's worth coming to see.
Let me just say this about Mark Johnson. He did a great thing with Sugarland for the Boise Open. He held his own with them, but you know, one day he goes, "Hey, Kevin Miller, why don't you come up and sing?" I go, "Dude, you don't want me to sing. It is horrible." I still have memories, nightmares of getting thrown out of my 8th grade music class when the guys walking around going, "Something isn't there," and I'm trying to sing with all my heart, you know, just trying to be a good little boy. And the guy just boots me out of there, and so I go, "Please, Mark, don't make me sing." "Come on, Kevin, you are my sunshine." I'm like, "Please don't," and I'm like literally sweating. But, you know, that's just another example of someone in the media, you know, and in politics. You know, we had Senator Hagedorn say, "Hey, I challenge all legislators." That doesn't happen in other parts of the country.
No, it sure doesn't, Kevin, and I sure appreciate Senator Hagedorn. I'm sorry I missed him this morning, but...
Well, he phoned in.
Oh, he phoned in.
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, I was listening. No.
You know, why do people laugh when he says that?
When I lie on the air. No, truly, it doesn't happen. You don't have collaboration. I mean, right next door here, we got another tent with KTSY broadcasting live. You got KIDO over here. You've got
KIDO Talk Radio, and please mention us over there. I will. Yeah. I don't know how many times people love that station, and they do really, really good work. Yeah. And as you said, it is a blessing to have someone in the faith-based community and the secular community put all that aside and say, look, we need turkeys.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
And that's what we're talking about, is the collaboration, the concern, the compassion that there is, from the television to the radio to the guy on the street, the Big John passing by, Larry Gebert,
Big John,
soldiers, cops, you name it.
We got Max with his Picasso of Pain works.
See, Tom Dale talking about build a jail in Canyon County,
yes,
guys like you and me.
Buy a turkey, build a jail, yes. That's what I love about this show.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get.
It's diverse, Kevin. This is the epitome of diversity right here.
Yeah, exactly. Only in Idaho. All right, Reverend Bill, we'll let you go on that one for now. Hopefully coming up we'll have Larry Gebert talk about his time in Montana. In addition to that, though, we would love to see you here. Again, Kelsey's going to be here. And
Hey, Kelsey!
Okay, we can cut his mic now, please. Like I said, Kelsey will be here. Tea Party Bob, Terry from State College, Pennsylvania. You guys don't have to do that after everything I say, but I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Miller's going to be here.
Yeah. Okay, the pandering can stop now, please. Please just make it all go away.
Pandering never stops.
Mom, please make it all go away, Mom. Anyway, coming up, we will talk about tax reform. We will take your calls on Judge Roy Moore. It's amazing to me that an issue in Alabama is so big throughout the country, and so many people would like to talk about it. I've known Judge Moore for years. I covered him back in the mid to early 90s. I'm very familiar with that state. If you want to talk a little bit about that, we would love to do that. Also, if you would like to challenge someone, Patriot Ray challenging the plumbers, Senator Hagedorn challenging the legislators. We've got Steve challenging law enforcement. It's all about the Treasure Valley Turkey Challenge, where, you stop by, you give a turkey like Big John, and you make a difference. Won't you help us help them? Kevin Miller, KIDO Talk Radio.
My name is Dusty, and I am a driver, and I work in the warehouse at the Boise Rescue Mission. Well, it was probably 2 years ago what brought me to the mission, and it was September, of 2 years ago, and I was pretty much in a park. I was crying. I remember being on the phone with my grandma, my aunt, and my cousin in a three-way call, and I was living in my storage unit. I couldn't hold a job. I was drinking every day. I had just been kicked out of a sober living house because I couldn't stay sober, and no one could really help me at that point. And I just remember crying in that park. I had nowhere else to go, and my family said, well, hey, look, there's a shelter that has a program in it that may be able to help you. And at first I was hesitant. My pride got the best of me. I didn't really want to put myself into a homeless shelter, and I didn't want to really be a part of a program that, they mentioned God, and I believed in God, but not Jesus. And so that was kind of hard for me to commit to. And eventually I just broke down. I said, okay, let's do this. Inside the New Life program it is like a getaway from the outside craziness in the world. It is a place where they teach you discipleship and how to really reach out and help other people to get out of yourself. And it's a place to build a new beginning, a new foundation, and it's a good way to build structure around your life where you feel safe and comfortable about diving back into your problems and being healed, and also to be more of a leader and a person that's in the community that can help other people instead of just being a hindrance. To be given a new life, for me right now, it's like a flower kind of just starting to take bloom. I feel like my life is just beginning right now. And, God has blessed me with so many gifts and talents and traits, and I haven't really been able to use them. And now that's starting to come to fruition. Things are starting to happen where I'm able to be part of a worship team with my church. I can play the guitar and sing in front of a whole bunch of people. I've never been able to do that. And then, doing audio visual work with my church, being in a small group with my church, going on, different adventures with good, sober friends, and just being part of the community.
Thank you, Max. All right, we continue on. Max is here. Terry, formerly of State College, Pennsylvania. Reverend Bill, Larry Gebhardt. The gang is all here. Kevin Miller taking your phone calls, giving a turkey, and not being a turkey. That's what we're asking you to do to help the boy. Thank you, Joe King. We would be lost without you and Brittany today. Hope starts with a meal. You can go to any Walmart, and for $15, you can feed a Treasure Valley family. Or you can swing in here. We are at our traditional home, really our home away from home. It's such a blessing to be at the Walmart on Garrity Road in Franklin in Nampa, Idaho. It is it's just, to me, for so many years, people ask, why do we pick this Walmart? And I have to say it's the staff here is great, like at all Walmarts, but to put up with us for a week we just want to thank them. We also want to thank Camping World for the outstanding vehicle. If Camping World could outfit everyone, homelessness would be over. And we want to thank our friends at Team Mazda Subaru for funding this pledge drive, if you will, this turkey drive, and our folks at Town Square Media, as well as the Boise Rescue Mission. Let's go to Liberal Steve, who joins us now, fresh off his trip from Belize. Good morning, Liberal Steve. You're on KIDO Talk Radio.
Yeah, I brought a little warm weather with me. Usually there's snow. But it's always good to listen to Miller's Minions, especially on a Monday, talking turkey, all the goblets. Yeah, Moore, he's guilty of sin, period. He's on his way out. And they say, well, why did they come forward now? Because they've been enabled from everything else that's coming forward. So they finally got the courage, which I'm happy as you know what. Got a frog in my throat.
Yeah, I think don't let the bright light scare you, my friend. Don't wilt away. Bring it. Don't sing it.
So, yeah, right. So, yeah, he's guilty of the sins he's committed. And even his colleagues said he dated high school girls.
Now, wait a minute. 30s. I'm sitting here. You wanted to talk about taxes. Is this a famous Liberal Steve swerve, or are you just giving us your review and commentary about everything?
You know, you never interrupt Sin Day, but interrupt Steve Day. No, I told your colleague there that I want to talk about more in taxes, and taxes will not happen until I would say May or June of 2018. They might get something passed, but nothing before then. Anyway, that's all I had to say is that Morris is guilty of sin.
Hold on. I know you've said that 75 times. We do have a special VIP that wants to say something to you.
Oh, Terry or Perry or Golden Bob, who?
We just want to tell you to put the joint down, get your head together, get some turkeys, eat out here and feed the homeless, and stop babbling on about righteous men that are doing more in a lifetime than you'll do in 10 lifetimes. Have a good day, LS.
Say, Terry, don't be so hairy. Be more merry. You're such a fairy. Anyway, you stay fired up, Miller. See you when I see you.
Looking forward to that. Tom in Nampa, good morning. You're on KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Kevin. So you're out there in a turkey outfit?
Yes. Just between you and me, I had to go use the facility, so I took the turkey outfit off for now. But, yes, I am out here in a turkey outfit.
I thought maybe I'd stop by a little later this morning. I'm going to see you in that thing. But don't bend over next to any chopping block. You might lose your head. You know,
Thank you.
This Ray Moore thing, it does seem kind of suspect that this accusation would come out at this particular time. The timing of it smells kind of funny, but, you know, I didn't support him even before that because I'm a Republican. If I was in Alabama, I would vote for the other guy because I think Moore is a dangerous demagogue. He thinks he's got some God-given right to supersede the Supreme Court in interpreting the Constitution. And he is a really loose candidate. I think he'd be nothing but an embarrassment to Republicans. And the guy running against him, Doug Jones, he is the Attorney General in Alabama. Is that correct?
No, he was a former U.S. Attorney under Clinton. He prosecuted, let me see, was it Clinton? Yeah, I think it was Clinton in the mid-'90s. He prosecuted the Klansmen who blew up the 16th Street Baptist Church. They were in their 60s or 70s at the time. And that's where he really made his name, Doug Jones.
Yeah, well, I think getting love lost for the Democrats, but I think that this guy, Moore comes out there and he thinks that, like I say, he's can overrule Supreme Court decisions. He says that, a Muslim shouldn't be seated in Congress when it says right in the Constitution there's no religious test for holding office in the United States. I don't like what the NFL people are doing, kneeling for the national anthem, but he says it's against the law. What laws are saying they can't do that? And then he wants to criminalize homosexuality, and I think perhaps maybe he should run for preacher of the Westboro Baptist Church, because that's just about where his thinking is. So I just hope he gets defeated, because if he isn't, I think it's going to embolden the Steve Bannon bunch to go after more Republicans, and they're going to end up handing the Senate to the Democrats on a silver platter. Because I don't think America as a whole is going to accept this kind of extremist politics. So anyway, that's my say for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. By the way, props to Glenn, who works at the Walmart, says that he is tuned over to us, and we appreciate Glenn and his endorsement. Time for traffic and weather together with Kevin Miller at KID. And you're listening to Kevin Miller on KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning, Maggie.
Hi, my name is Dina, and I am a graduate of the New Life program. I just graduated, and when I started the program 17 months ago, I started it in California, and I was a alcoholic for over 20 years, and I went into a New Life program in California and was unable to stay, and God found a way for me to find another program, which was here in Boise, and He planted me here in this program. And when I got here, I was hopeless and broken and didn't feel like I was worth anything. And I did not have Jesus in my life. I didn't grow up with religion. I didn't have anybody in my family that knew Jesus. The Treasure Valley is such an awesome group of people. It was amazing how I was accepted into this program, and just the hearts of the people in the Treasure Valley is amazing. What they do for the Boise Rescue Mission and for just the women who are in the program, for us to be able to not work and just work on our addictions and our demons and have counseling and have recovery classes and work, and to just be able to find who we are and to have hope again. It's just amazing. I, was in a new community and I was accepted with open arms. I would just say thank you so much for giving me my life back, for giving me hope, and for allowing me to come to this community where I wasn't a part of it, and for letting me be a part of it, and just for having such big hearts. And just please keep the Boise Rescue Mission on their hearts for the future people who are coming to it.
And the turkey tally is already underway. We're joined by Brian Yeager of KTSY Radio and Larry Gebert of Channel 7. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Nice to be here, Kevin.
Nice.
Thank you. But you're just waiting. You're waiting for an insult. Is that what you're waiting for? Because I always like to tease you. Because we're friends.
I just like to look at Larry and he talks.
I see.
I kind of read the paper.
Is it just kind of amazing to you or something?
It is. It's fascinating.
Well, it's amazing to me you read the paper. That's good.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yes.
Does your wife help you with the big words?
You know, you can tell he's already ready to go.
I see how this goes. I'm just going to hang out here and watch the insult fest happen. This is kind of fun.
The way he's staring at me, it was like he was waiting for something, and I felt he'd be disappointed if I didn't jab him somehow.
I was expecting some kind of deep weather forecast to be launched into at some point.
We could. Well, we could go into the whole La Nina thing, but we don't. That really, El Nino, La Nina, we don't really want to. That takes too long. Just remember, the exact same circumstances were forecast last year as are for this year. And just like last year was supposed to have ample moisture and above normal temperatures, the difference was we didn't have the above normal temperatures. Same thing's forecast for this year. Let's just hope for above normal temperatures.
Well, I think it kind of plays into what we're talking about with the Boise Rescue Mission.
It does.
I mean, last year, if we had a repeat of that, homelessness and unemployment suddenly becomes really, really relevant, because now you've got people who are facing extreme elements. I mean, it's bad enough here in Boise in a normal winter, but you take that and suddenly the whole thing's blown up to a whole nother level. And where are those folks going to find a place to stay?
Well, the overcrowding that happens at the rescue mission, I mean, there's a lot of different places that will help out with people, but the rescue mission by far and away are the ones that reach out to help families, individuals, anybody that they can. And, you know, they're at capacity and beyond. You know, they've got people sleeping on floors or anything else. I mean, Kevin, you know, you were over there. You stayed there. You saw what it was like for a week, so you saw what it's like. You know, I mean, and even that, well, that gives you a perspective. You always knew that you could go back to your home. You know, the thing that I think is the hardest is for those folks is they're staying there, but it's not their home. They don't have a home. You know, they're working toward that. But that's a hard thing. It really is. And I know for a definite fact that there are a lot of businesses, and you know, and you understand why. But when you put down on a resume that your resident, you know, that your address is the rescue mission, those resumes get discounted, and that's a tough one. That's a tough one. So it takes a special employer to reach out and say, hey, it's okay, we want to help you, and they're out there. They're out there.
And I think the great thing about the rescue mission is that when you see someone who's gone through that, though, you know that there is an entire program that's going on. It's not just warehousing people. It's not just putting people in and giving them a place to stay and maybe a warm meal, but there's an entire program to help people get back on their feet. And my wife was a single mom for years. I got a real heart for single moms and single moms who've come out of domestic violence situations where they've come to the end, and it's very difficult for someone to get out of that situation and get the kids out. And now there's a place for them. There is safety for them, and then all the life skills that they need so that they can get back into that job. They can get back into being a part of society and moving forward. And what I love about what we're doing here is that it gets very practical, because we can be a part very, very directly in such a tangible way at the holiday season and say, hey, let's make sure a turkey's provided. Let's make sure there's food provided, because I wouldn't want to be that single mom facing my kids at the holidays and going, well, now what do I do?
Sure.
There's not every other kid at school is talking about their big meal and everything that they did in the family, and we had some bread. You know, that's all we had. That's why the turkey thing to me is so important, is because it's truly a turning point of hope.
What I think is really, really wonderful, I mean, a lot of folks will always think, well, you know, a morning show team or a morning show or radio stations all compete with each other, and you do. But you guys, I think, in an unprecedented way, are combining. You're working with Kevin Miller. I mean, it's drastically different formats. I get that. Right. You know, I mean, you've got
you unite us, Larry.
Based.
You're on both stations.
Well, it's true. I am. You know, the
power of Larry.
It brings us together.
That's something that a lot of the listeners, if somebody say, hey, I heard you on the radio, and I'll go, which one? And they go, the only one you're on. And I go, well, it's nice that you have that kind of loyalty. When I say, could you tell me the call letters of that one?
Well, I mean, you know, Kevin has set a bar for investment with the rescue mission for a long time. It's an honor that we can partner together with them. I mean, he's, like you said, he spent a week there. He camps out here all week long, bringing awareness to homelessness. To simply be a part of this is such an honor, because the KIDO listeners step up as well. And this is just the thing that as a community we do. And it just makes sense that here in the Treasure Valley, we don't get caught up in all that stuff, and we are unified.
Well, it's a commitment. I mean, look at the efforts that it takes really to be out here for a week. I mean, just the equipment, you know, the personnel, the people, even you guys. I mean, you know, I saw 4 members of your staff unloading things because you're going to be here all day. You know, you're going to be investing a time.
They've been at several Walmarts as well throughout the month, which I can tell you is easier said than done.
Oh, yeah. No, it is. You know, and you travel around.
And unlike Kevin Miller, kind of waltzes in with a turkey outfit in the entourage. I mean, Brian's out here breaking down.
It did take a lot more people to get everything set up for you, Kevin. I did notice that, which is good. So, I mean, entourage, good word.
Well, when you're a turkey. You know?
Well, the guy's here for a week, and again, I think that's such an incredible thing because there's so much to talk about, but talking about taking care of our own and our own community, I think, is priority number one. Sure. And I salute Kevin and KIDO for doing this.
Well,
it's
each one of our stations makes a commitment to that. I mean, we do too, obviously. I mean, this really kind of starts and launches our whole, 7 Cares and Idaho Shares, which wraps up, the second Saturday in December the 9th. Is when it all kind of culminates there, so that all of this stuff can be distributed to people for the holiday season. But it really starts with this, and Kevin, you and I have even talked about how many turkeys it takes just for Thanksgiving, and then how many turkeys it takes again for Christmas. And there's a very short turnaround in between there, so there has to be the effort that is really thought of for both.
Indeed, and that's why we're here. All 11 Walmarts, Turkey Bucks. Certainly we want to make sure hope starts with a meal, Brian.
Yeah, it sure does. And what's amazing is that the Treasure Valley is so generous that there's times that turkeys have been provided and used throughout the year at the rescue mission. You think, well, that's a waste. No, because a lot of folks, it's easy to donate non-perishable food items, but protein is very difficult in the shelter. So if there's a like there can't be a surplus because they're going to get used sometime throughout the year. And turkeys, you throw them in the deep freeze and they're going to hang out. They're going to be fine. Sure. So the generosity there's not a threshold where we're like, well, we've done too much. There's 5,000 turkeys that we need, but man, we can go above and beyond that, and it's going to continue to provide hope day in and day out throughout the year. And I mean, it's a Monday. Who likes Mondays? But you're going to start out a Monday knowing I did something great this week because I provided hope for a family.
Well, I like Mondays. I knew I was going to be seeing Kevin Miller in person today, so I've been looking forward to this for a long time. So no, I'm just kidding.
Larry just likes the hug that we had on camera.
It's true. It is nice. No, but Kevin, you and I are friends. We've and everything you said is true about Kevin and everything you said about all of this. The fact that the non-perishable food items are a big thing and it makes a huge difference. But the truth is that doesn't make a meal. It's a supplement to a meal, and that every time that you can, and I know that the Idaho Food Bank works to do what they can. The rescue mission works to do what they can to try and provide that. But even 5,000 turkeys take space to freeze and keep frozen. That represents a huge commitment too. Those giant walk-in lockers like that
matters. And indeed, Brian, I don't know if you have to go, but we'd love to have you here. I know you're giving people the signals. So at KIDO Talk Radio, can you tell us a little bit about the coordination that went into this with the Walmarts? I mean, because you worked on this project behind the scenes, coordinating with them, getting them to do this. It's a big deal for Walmart. And, again, props to Larry Beefcake. Always appreciate what you do, my brother.
Well, you talk about walking in last minute. I mean, look who's doing the work here. I mean, you guys are the ones that are doing the work. You're the ones that have worked with these sponsors, these businesses. The 11 Walmarts, and there's an effort that goes on too with Albertsons. There's a program that helps the rescue mission with that too. So it's not just any one thing. But talk about last minute. I just come in, we set up a camera, we talk about what you guys are doing. But in terms of my effort to make this happen, no, I just made sure that we were here. That's all.
I love that name, though. Don't you love that name, Larry Beefcake?
I think that's what we're going to call him from now on the radio. Larry Beefcake's weather with Larry Beefcake. I don't see it.
It rolls off the tongue better than Gevert, quite honestly, and I think people would remember and pronounce it wrong less.
No, I got that because he does this water skiing thing. So there's a promo with him water skiing. At the end, you have Larry in his vest, and it's like David Hasselhoff. He's the David Hasselhoff of the Treasure Valley, Larry Beefcake.
Well, and I have a little bitterness towards that.
On behalf of David Hasselhoff, he's insulted.
Not in my world, Larry. Not in my world.
I remember a day that we were getting ready for a large event down here in the valley, and it was raining, and so I picked up the phone and called Larry to say, is it going to clear? Because we got an outdoor event. We're looking like we're going to be rained out. And he calls me back and he says, "Yeah, sorry, I didn't take your call. I was out skiing." And then there was a lot of anger and animosity built up inside of me at that point. It was good he was a geographic distance away from me at that point.
Hey, but there's no cell service on the lake, you understand? If there'd been self-service, I'd have been right on top of calling you back immediately.
Yes,
nothing's more important than you.
Wow. It's getting thick over here.
That is commitment right there, yes.
No, it's incredible. I mean, Walmart joining in on this is huge, and I love the fact that they have brought all 11 Walmarts across the valley in, because, hey, you know, coming to any one Walmart is not convenient for anybody, but there's a Walmart near you, most likely. Sure. And so being able to go through, and then to make it so simple, because you can just grab a turkey. You don't have to, you know, when you're wrangling the kids or hanging out, my wife likes to do date night at Walmart. I don't understand it. You know, you're hanging out together, and suddenly you have to trudge this 20-pound turkey across. It is an experience. It's very romantic, you know, through the bread aisle.
Is the bread aisle, is that where it's at?
The bread aisle is very romantic. It's right where it's at. Yeah, you go through the checkout and you say, hey, I want to get one of those turkeys for the Boise Rescue Mission with KIDO. And it's just added onto your bill, which already, I mean, it's just Walmart. Just put it on. It's not, you're not even going to be able to tell. And then you're bringing hope at that moment to somebody else. Yeah. It's that simple. So I salute Walmart for coming on board and being willing to partner with us and train their cashiers. It's been a lot of work for them.
When I heard about this the first time, I talked to a couple of people about that, and they just went, that's an incredible idea. I mean, it's a great idea. But it is for. I mean, the gift card, the certificate is just strictly for that protein that you're talking about. That's what it's all about. And it doesn't have to always necessarily be a turkey. It could be a ham, because maybe you want, you know, turkey for Thanksgiving and ham for Christmas, but it could be used that way too. And it still makes a wonderful family meal.
What's the deal with the ham?
I just heard that was possible, and so I'm just giving a little bit of support to that industry as well.
You know how tough it is to find a ham outfit now?
Well, for you, no. I think, honestly, without your turkey outfit on, it is a ham outfit. Oh, thanks.
Wow.
You know, you can always tell that some just take a little longer to sink in. The rest of the crowd, either, you know, they didn't quite get that. They had to get the, you know, he who laughed last did not get joke.
The magic, the brilliance of Larry Beefcake. Well, gentlemen, we appreciate both of you being here. Thank you very much, and God bless you for your works. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Kevin, and all your work too. Thank you.
You're listening to Kevin Miller on KIDO Talk Radio.
My name is Misty, and I am an NLP graduate of the New Life program. I have been at the mission since 2009. I am currently Bill Roscoe's executive assistant, best man in the world. And I have a great life. I've got great things. I came back probably from one of the most horrible life transformations ever before coming to the mission. And the mission only gave the mission an option because I needed a place to take a time out so that I could premeditate my next disaster, so to speak. I needed time to plan my next move. All I knew how to do was destroy my life and use. And I had no desire to stop when I did. I just had to fight a couple new felonies. And everybody told me that the mission was a good place. And from then on, I'm here today sober, and I'm a wife and a mom and a sister and a friend, and I work for the mission, so clearly I believe that I am a child of God. I know that the program is a hard option. It's a hard thing to do. It's something that I never would have done in a million years, but I can tell you that if you just give it time and you let someone else break you down instead of destroy yourself, that it's a great experience. It will change your life. All you have to do is trust. It's a hard thing, but there's people here, you know, that have proven it, and there's people here that are still with the mission even after graduating the program. You know, we stay here, we keep mentoring, we keep loving on each other, and it's the only thing that saved my life, and it's the only thing that I really feel that could change someone's life. Personally, to me, I think giving a turkey is opening the door to the Lord. A lot of times it's just a meal. A lot of times it is a holiday. A lot of times it's just showing that we care about somebody or that somebody cares about them. But to me, giving a turkey is our opportunity to share the Lord with people. And, you know, this was done for us, and now we're giving back. And it doesn't matter if it's food or money or a turkey or anything like that. The point is that there's people like us that are restored because of donations. And when we are able to give turkeys, I think it just definitely opens the door to us being able to, you know, share the Lord.
And we are back here in Nampa. Let's get to traffic and weather together. And Tea Party Bob and Max will bring us home. We appreciate both of them coming out. Gentlemen, you got anything to say?
Nice to be down here again, Kevin, for the kickoff of the Rescue Mission's Turkey Drive. I wish you a lot of success. We'll be down here during a week, keeping you company.
Well, your girlfriend's here, Kelsey.
Well, yeah. Well, listen,
Big hug
I got
there.
so many girlfriends, I don't know what to do with them.
Are you the Ric Flair of the Treasure Valley?
I'm not sure.
Max, quickly, do you have anything you'd like to share with us?
It's just great to see you out here doing what you do. It's got to be done. You stepped up and you took it on. Good for you.
Well, we appreciate that, sir. We so appreciate everybody coming out. This is just day one. We're going to be here till Saturday night at 6. Thanks to Brittany. Thanks to the czar of promotions, Joe King and George and everybody back at the Broadcast Center. Our partner, Ray Amaya, who does an outstanding job of keeping everything rolling. Our friends at KTSY Radio, Larry Gebert from Channel 7, all the folks at Channel 7. But, folks, and to the anonymous person that just dropped off a truck with numerous boxes of turkey every year, his third year, wants to remain anonymous. Thank you, and may God bless you and your family. Help us. Won't you join us? Big John, thank you. Ron, Senator Hagedorn. We're rolling, folks. Good day. God bless. Bring us some turkeys, would you? Keep the faith.